In this lesson, we'll be reviewing ordering rational numbers and equivalent fraction, decimal, and percent, meeting requirements for TEKS 62D and 64G. In this first problem, Mr. Garza's class must complete at least 40 math problems for homework this week. The table shows the progress of 4 students as of Wednesday. Katie has completed 0.4 or 4/10. D'Angelo, 45/40. So it looks like he's done more than required. That's an improper fraction. Grace, 100%. She's done them all. And Jonah, 2/3. Many of them, but not quite all of them. Which list shows the progress students have made in order from greatest to least? Who's done the most, all the way to who's done the least. Now, when comparing and ordering rational numbers, I recommend you put them all in one form. It's easier to compare them and then to put them in order. I recommend decimals. They generally tend to be the easiest ones to create and then to compare. Katie is already a decimal. 0.4 is the decimal 4/10. No work there. Grace has done 100%. She's done the whole thing. 1 whole. No work needed there. So the only work we need to do is with the 2 fractions. And we know to change a fraction to a decimal, we divide the numerator by the denominator. The dog stays outside. So the numerator is 45. My denominator is 40. 40 goes into 45 once. I have a remainder of 5. So that means I need to draw a decimal and push it to the top. Add a 0 and bring it down. 40 into 50 goes once. Add another 0, and I keep adding zeros until I no longer have a remainder, or until I see that I might have a repeating decimal. In this case, I have no remainder. My quotient is 1.125. 45/40 is more than 1 whole thing, which makes sense. We had an improper fraction, more than 1 whole. Finally, the fraction 2/3. The numerator divided by the denominator. Fits 0 times. Okay, so we add a decimal, push it to the top. Add a 0, bring it down. 3 into 20, 6 times. Remainder, add a 0, bring it down. 3 into 20, 6 times. Add a 0, bring it down. 3 into 20, 6. Wait a second. Do you see what's going on here? The 6 will continuously repeat. We have a repeating decimal. So 0.6 repeating. Now, the answer choices A, B, C, and D show our original forms in order from greatest to least, or at least one of them does, and we need to find out which one it is. So in the original forms, which one was the greatest? It looks like D'Angelo with more than 1, 1.125. Then Grace with 1 whole. Then Jonah, 6/10 repeating, which is clearly more than 4/10. The smallest number, or the least amount of work done so far, is 4/10 by Katie. So we're looking for an answer that has 45/40 first. So it's not A, and it's not C. It's got to be B or D. Well, after 45/40, the next greatest number would be 100% by Grace. So that means it's not B. Our answer must be D. In order from greatest to least, 45/40, 100%, 2/3, and 4/10. In our next problem, a coat is discounted 40% off its regular price. Which value is equivalent to 40%? So we need fraction, decimal, percent. 40%. When I change a percent to a decimal, I eliminate the percent sign and move the decimal 2 times to the left to make 0.40. To change a percent, 40%, to a fraction, I eliminate the percent symbol, put it over 100, and simplify. 4/10 by 2 would make 2/5. So the fraction would be 2/5. The decimal would be 0.40 or 0.4, 4/10, and the percent would be 40%. So which of these answer choices looks like our fraction or decimal? And I would say 1/25th, that's not it. 4/1000ths as a decimal, that's not it because we have 4/10. The whole number 40, that's not it. Looks like maybe they just eliminated the percent sign and stopped. The fraction 2/5. Our answer is D, 2/5. In our next problem, a store manager analyzed the change in sales of various products from last month to this month. The percent of increase or decrease in sales is shown in the table. The table shows the product and then the change in sales. These values will be ordered from greatest to least. Greatest to least. Which list of the products matches this order? All right, so we need to take all of these values and put them, I would say, on a number line. If I draw a number line, say 0 is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then I do left of 0, -1, -2, -3, -4. We'll stop there for now. Let's start with -0.3. -0.3 or -3/10. So -3/10, not quite -1, all right? -3/10 would go about here. -3/10. 3 would go way over here, right? 2.91. More than 2, in fact, fairly close to 3. Looks like it would go about right here. -0.9. That's almost -1 whole, but not quite. So it would go about right here. And then -1.01. More than -1, but not by much. It's more negative, but not by much. And so it goes right there. From greatest to least. So in other words, the most positive or the furthest to the right. So which value is furthest to the right on our number line? Well, it's the number 3, which was ties. So ties must come first. So right away, that means A can't be our answer. Which number is almost as far to the right? Well, that's this one here, 2.91, which was shoes. Shoes must come next. Well, they all have shoes next. Let's keep going. Which one, then, is the next furthest to the right? Ooh, we don't have any more values to the right of 0, but we do have 3 values to the left of 0. Which one is not as far left? And that looks like this one here, right? At -0.3. The watches are further right than the other 2 negatives. So watches needs to come third. Ties, shoes, watches. Ties, shoes, shirts, that can't be it. Ties, shoes, pants, that can't be it. Our answer must be B. Let's just check it to keep going. Which number is furthest to the left? In other words, the least. And it looks like this one here. Just more than -1, which is pants. Pants should be last, and are they? They sure are. Ties, shoes, watches, shirts, and pants is greatest to least. In this problem, a waiter earned a 17% tip. What decimal is equivalent to 17%? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles on your answer document. Be sure to use the correct place value. So we have 17%. Now remember, we need a decimal. So to change a percent to a decimal, eliminate the percent sign. Move your decimal 2 places to the left. So we get 0.17 or 17 hundredths, which makes sense because a percent is of 100. 17 of 100 would make 17%, which would make 17 hundredths as a decimal. 17 hundredths. Now we need to make sure we carefully place this in the correct place value. 17 following the decimal, and we shade in the bubbles. Perfect. In this problem, the table shows the amount of time 4 students practiced the trumpet one day. Cole, Gus, Ryan, and Jacob are each practicing the trumpet. Which list shows the names of the students in order from the least amount of practice to the greatest amount of practice? Least to greatest. Now we have mixed numbers. Fortunately, each of the whole numbers is a 1. So all we need to do is make these fractions look alike so that we can more easily tell the difference between the least and the greatest. The easiest and most effective way is to find a common denominator. So with 2, 3, 4, and 12 as my denominators, right? 2, 3, 4, and 12, they each share a common multiple, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 3, 6, 9, 12, 4, 8, 12, and 12. It looks like they all share the multiple of 12. So 1, and change the denominator to 12. 1, and change the denominator to 12. 1, and I already know this is 7/12. 3 to become 12 is times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 to become 12 is times 6. 1 times 6 is 6. 4 to become 12 is times 3. 1 times 3 is 3. So, which of these is the smallest? It certainly looks like 1 3/12 is the smallest. Then 1 6/12 is next. 1 7/12 is third. And last is 1 8/12. It's the greatest. That's fourth. So, in name order, it's Ryan, Gus, Jacob, and Cole. Where is that in answer choice? Ryan has to be first. Ryan, Jacob, Cole, nope, so it must be Ryan, Gus, Jacob, and Cole. Answer choice C. In our last problem, Crystal spent $13 of the $20 she had in her wallet. Which decimal represents the fraction of the $20 she spent? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles on your answer document. Be sure to use the correct place value. So she spent 13 of the 20. 13 of the $20 that she had. She started with $20 total. She spent a portion of it. She spent $13 of it. Which decimal represents the fraction of the 20 she spent? So if your fraction is 13/20, that's what she spent. How do I take that fraction and make it into a decimal? Remember, we divide numerator by denominator. Dog stays outside. So the numerator is 13 divided by the denominator of 20. 20 doesn't fit into 13, so that's 0. We add a decimal and push it to the top, and a 0 and bring it down. 20 fits into 130 6 times. We keep adding zeros until we no longer have a remainder. And in fact, at this point, we're done. The decimal is 0.65, 65 hundredths, which I place carefully in the correct place values, and then I shade in the appropriate bubbles.